Hello, welcome to Hammered Ironworks. I'm Dave. This is my sweet Camaro I'm building with some buddies. We own it. We're hoping on making it like actually work someday with some truck parts, and that's why it's called the TRUCKMARO. Stick around. You'll see kind of how I put that rear suspension in. There's another video out on how the front came together. Little by little, I'll run some episodes of this thing coming together and hopefully running and moving under its own power. Episode number 7. Episode 7. Enjoy. Okay people, we're back at it. Back at the Camaro. So, I didn't tell you the whole story on this car. Me and some buddies kind of co-own it. We're going to put it together and possibly enter it into an off-road rally. I don't know if it'll happen. We're going to try and make that happen. It may not. Whatever. We're just going to put it together and see what happens. So over here is my buddy. He's got a real easy name to remember. It's the same as mine. It's Dave. His name's Dave. Say hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, good job. So, on to the Camaro. I'm going to be putting some wheel spacers on tonight. He's going to start working at taking out the rear axle because eventually that rear axle, like I said, is going to go. And then we're putting in something different. You'll see. You just spit on it.
Now we're just wasting chop soda. There.
Got it.
Help! This Camaro is where I live and they're trying to burn it down! Oh!
So in the beginning I told you there's 3 owners. The other one finally showed up. Brandon, look over here and say hi. Yeah, he's working. He's too busy. He can't say hi. Hi.
So the day after recording this, Brandon had a mishap with a kitchen knife. So I helped him out, made him a prosthetic booger hook. Now he's all set. You're welcome.
This is some of your really great thoughts.
Yeah, people do that.
Say hello to my little friend.
So this sweet Ford F150 is going to be the donor rear axle for the TRUCKMARO project. This particular one had a thermal event. No worries, everything in the back is A1 perfect. So Brandon and I had a little competition, see who cut through the frame rail a little bit quicker. I'm pretty sure I win.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, okay, go.
bar.
So after some top secret investigation with this here, device of linear, apparatus measuring, it was found that it doesn't work with the frame. So, these droolers are gonna take these springs off, and we're gonna take that right up out of there.
See, he's gonna use them.
Yeah, well, you know what happens to
Is that Ricky? Thanks for that, Dave.
You wanna try it?
I did. Secretly, I did.
New model. Did the math on where the rear axle needs to go. Now I've got to figure out a way to actually give myself some mount for the leaf spring up under the body of this car. There's not a whole lot of metal in that there Camaro or TRUCKMARO. So I've got to put some metal there, so we got something to work with, and we're going to add a little bit of poundage. I mean, if you know anything about racing and high-speed vehicles, weight is traction. So I spent a couple days, well, I mean, it hasn't been a couple days for you, it has for me, trying to think how this is all gonna work. And yeah, I don't even really know at all. So if what you think you're picking up on for a tone right now is confusion, doubt, things like that, nah, this is confidence. That's exactly what you see, confidence. Anyway, I'm gonna start to blow this rear axle apart, take the leaf springs off, kind of figuring we don't need the carrying capabilities of the half-ton truck this was set up in. Gonna break down the leaves and just use the leaves that I wanna use. I've marked out some positions on the car for where my eye bolts of my main leaf need to hit. I think I'm gonna end up changing the width of it, I don't know. I mean, the ride height's pretty good. The tires are still the wrong size. This is test number 1 of probably 5 before I decide how I'm gonna build the, rear frame section. Because, as it turns out, Ford didn't really make a direct bolt-in for their frame section into the, 97 Camaro. I don't know why. Go message them, I don't know. So I thunk about it, and I thunk about it more, and dumb thunking. I'm gonna do it. Yes. Okay, so back at it again today. Dave, he's over here. He's got some sweet race parts. Tell me what you got, Dave.
So, even though we are super cheap human beings, like super cheap tire and bark on a tree, sometimes it actually makes better sense to buy a part than to build it. This was $30 on eBay, and this is from this fab shop place, and it was like 30 bucks shipped, and we're gonna put this in to block off where our car used to have air conditioning.
So estimate of 5 or 6 horsepower probably?
Oh, at least, well, it's got a sticker on it, so I feel more like 10 to 12 rear wheel.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, it's kind of like a K&N, but it doesn't ruin your mass airflow sensor. So
All right.
pretty excited.
You're jumping into it. Sweet.
We are inside our 97 Camaro, and we've got this plate. The last time you saw me was actually 3 weeks ago when I started unwrapping the saran wrap on it. I think it would have been 20 bucks on eBay if they hadn't used 4 miles of saran wrap. But we are gonna pop it in here and make sure everything fits good, and then we're gonna pop some fasteners through it.
So we had a meeting and decided that since we can't rule out the idea that Jay Leno might actually be buying this rig when we're done building it, that we're gonna put a little bit of foam sealer around the edge.
Alright, we're back inside our pristine, mint condition 1997 Chevrolet Camaro. Yeah, we got our block off plate. We got a little bit of foam on the back to maybe keep some fumes out so we don't die. At least not from fumes. So we're going to shove this thing in here, and then we're going to nut and bolt the whole thing together, the whole kit and caboodle. What you guys may not know about working with the other Dave is that he is notoriously cheap. So my mission in life now is to sort through these Sawzall blades that he bought when Reagan was president and try to find one that has more teeth than your average West Virginia dropout.
Good morning, Hammered Iron Works gawkers. So I just gotta make a little quick modification. Dave says yes, OSHA says no. I gotta cut away a little bit of my guard on this sweet new Christmas gift I got from my son. Watch this. Now, with that little change to that guard, I can get into a lot more places and still maintain, you know, proper safety. It's what they call way betterer. Okay, kids. Been doing a whole bunch of geometry, science. I had a string line stretched out, figured out the actual center of the whole Camaro, brought it down here, put some paint lines, try to line up paint lines. What I'm trying to do is to make this 20 some odd inch section of Ford F150 frame actually go onto the Camaros. It turns out freaking Camaro engineers, they didn't really design it quite right, so I gotta make a filler piece, put some support in up above here. That way this side of that little stub frame is actually part of the Camaro. And then over here, this side actually hits pretty good. I think I can work with that, brace in some metal and sort of box in that small piece of frame of the truck to the Camaro, and that will actually be exactly when it's gonna be born as the TRUCKMARO. I mean, you got truck parts welded onto cars. TRUCKMARO. String line, whoop, science. This is a very tense moment. This is the moment where the truck becomes one with the car. I dubbed the TRUCKMARO. Don't worry, I did my math. I did lots of math. I'm sure my math's really good. It'll be fine. Here we go. They are now one. So here's a quick show and tell of what we got going on here. So that way, for all you people out there that actually want to do this to your fancy Camaro, you can kind of see, oh, that's how I do it. I get a bunch of scrap metal from the scrap pile, and then I like scab it in. So that's the front section that holds the eyelets of the main leaf. And then as we walk around out back here, you'll see this section right here, a truck frame, that's sort of like, you know, put in with some filler pieces because, well, they didn't really space out the subframe or unibody correctly. Whatever. So there it is. That's the grand tour of the TRUCKMARO rear subframe leaf spring conversion. Woo! Good morning. 0 degrees this morning. Love it. That's why I got my extra layers on. I got it to a point where I've got to play show and tell. Look at it. So yeah, there's no shocks, yeah, there's no bumper cover, you don't need that stuff. You get the idea of what's happening here. I still gotta gusset in the frame a little bit, trim a little bit here and there, tweak it, tune it, chop the fenders, whatever. Still needs bigger tires, it still needs the painted wheels. I haven't got around to that. I'm too excited. My goal was to bring it to this level, and I did it. I gotta roll this outside so you can check it out. Look at that. Oh man. We gotta take a walk around on that right there. It is sweet. There she is in all her glory. Well, maybe not all the glory, but definitely in her glory. Oh yeah. It's just beautiful. It's great. God, would you look at it. It's what it was meant to be, right from day one. At the Camaro building store, or whatever they call it. Oh yeah, look at all the room. So much room. Oh, she measures up pretty good. About 19 inches. I hope you guys can appreciate the awesomeness of the TRUCKMARO. Because I'm a reverend, I was able to marry the car and the truck and give you this. The marriage of greatness and awesomeness. May they dwell together forever. Well, until we roll it upside down in a ditch and it rips apart. Whatever. Look at all the room for activity. This is crazy. Wait, what's that? What's happening? What is going on? What's that? What is going on? Oh my God. You've got to see it. They're circling bald eagles. Wow, America. Circling bald eagles in the sky. Fly high, my little birdies. America. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. This thing's a lot of fun. I guarantee it's gonna get a lot of attention when this thing rolls down the road. If it rolls down the road. Or if it even just sits on a trailer. I'm gonna go sit in it and make motor noises with my mouth. If it will make motor noises, because it's crazy cold and my lips don't move. Hey, we'll see you next time. Hey, I almost forgot. Stay cheap, cheesy, and crafty. Later.